are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
Okay, so you're challenging my position.
On feminism, yes.
Right. Why?
Because it is definitely necessary.
Why is it necessary?
Okay, first off, why is it not? Okay, women have been, hold on. Women have been the underdog in so many situations. We couldn't even vote until a while ago. I don't even know, why is it not necessary?
Because that time in history is over.
Okay, so it's you can't just do that though, because think about it. Think of life as a Monopoly game. If white people or the dominant species or men, they've been going around and collecting $200 for how many years? How are we supposed to catch up to people if we haven't been collecting $200?
Catch up in what way?
You've been collecting $200. I mean, even you can think about it in terms of gender or race. If you've been collecting $200 for how many years? How are we supposed to catch up? Finally, if you let us collect $200.
You keep saying $200, and I get the
Monopoly. I'm comparing it to the Monopoly.
No, I understand that, but it's not a really good comparison to anything. Why not?
Yeah.
Because what have men accrued over a period of time that you can't now catch up to? What value?
Okay, well, can you even just look at Can you just even look at the okay, first off, you're gonna the wage gap, that's obviously something very prevalent today.
That doesn't exist.
Yes, it does. How does that not exist?
Because they don't use the statistics are compiled incorrectly. That's why.
No.
Yes.
Because if you look at it, there are men making the same exact job, having the same exact job who don't get paid, or they don't get the same respect.
No, there aren't.
Look at the
STEM. That's not true.
There's not that many women in the STEM programs because it's harder for women to become doctors and lawyers and have that kind of respect.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Look at the statistics.
It's not.
Look at the statistics.
Right. The statistics are very skewed.
How?
How?
Yeah.
Because women who work the same job as men do not get paid less. It's not true.
That is 100% true.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. And let me explain to you why. Women get paid less than men on a sliding scale amongst many jobs. And the reason why is because they're not working the same jobs as men. Okay? Women and men work very different jobs. What?
Women do work the same jobs as men.
Not that many.
Exactly. Why?
Why? Because women are not suited well for certain jobs. Just like men are not suited well for certain. Like being an iron worker. That doesn't suit a woman very well. Just like being a nurse doesn't suit a man very well.
Why?
Because it's just not the way we're built.
No, men could be nurses. That's ridiculous.
Of course we can. I'm not saying it can't, and I'm not saying there's not exceptions. But for the most part,
it's because of what the society has placed on these jobs.
No, not society.
Yeah.
It's nature. It's not society. It's nature. Women won't make a good iron worker because they're more slightly built. They don't have the same bone structure as a man. And men don't make as good of a nurse because they're not as caring and nurturing and emotionally attached to other people as women are.
See, that's what's wrong. That's why we do need feminism, is because of these stipulations. Because
no, there's no stipulation.
Men can be nurturing. Men stay-at-home fathers are so much better.
You're taking it out of context. I'm not saying they can't be. That's not what I'm saying. Anyone could do anything if they set their mind to.
Exactly. I agree.
And I have no argument with that.
Yeah.
But what feminists try to do is to break down men for the betterment of women, and that's not how it's supposed to work.
They what? They break down?
We can both. You want to break down men.
No, that's not true at all. See, that
100%
the word feminism has become such a horrible word because of the way people take it. It's not against men.
It's not because of the way people take it. It's because of the way women assert it. It's not taking it anyway.
No, women don't assert it negatively. I don't understand. How do we assert it that makes it bad?
Because you say things that aren't true.
Like what?
Like the gender wage gap. It's not true. It doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
It's not true. It's not true. And even if it did exist, if we were to allow the possibility that it does exist, what about the, I'll make up a term right now. What about the working death gap? How about that?
What?
99% of workplace deaths are men. Why is that?
Okay.
Is that fair?
I don't get this like little analogy.
You don't get this?
Okay, even look.
What's more important? What's more important, money or life?
Well, you need money to live.
But if you're dead,
I don't get what you're saying about this death gap. What?
Well, what I'm saying is that women claim that there's a 7 to 12% difference in pay for the same job. That's what they claim. It's not true, but you claim it. That's fine. So even if that was true, 7 to 10%.
I mean, men you can even go off of the wage gap. Like, why can't we get birth control? Or why
birth control? Who says you can't have birth control?
Do you know how hard it is to get?
I don't know. I know how hard it isn't to get. Don't talk. I know it's not hard to get.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't, because I went out and got it.
To get an abortion, you have to go and you have to sit down for 48 hours. You have to watch videos on it. You have to go to different clinics.
But you don't.
It is hard to obtain.
No, you don't. You don't have to do any of that. That's false.
It's not false.
It's false. It's not true.
To go to people stand outside of Planned Parenthood and try to.
You don't go to Planned Parenthood.
What?
You don't have to go to Planned Parenthood to get it.
Where am I supposed to go then?
The pharmacy.
No, insurance doesn't cover it that as easily as you think they should.
Yeah, they do.
Not as easy. And do you take birth control?
No, but my girlfriend did.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
It was very hard to obtain. It's not easy.
No, but wait, you brushed over a very important point that I made.
Okay.
Why is it that even though if women make 7 to 10% less than men, 99% of workplace deaths are men?
Of implant. I don't get this death thing that you're saying.
Why don't you get it? What is so hard to get?
I don't know what the fuck is this death thing? Like, where's this death toll?
Workplace death. You understand what death is? Do you know what a death is?
No.
You don't know what it? Okay, good. That's good. That makes perfect sense. You wouldn't. I'll explain it to you. It's when you no longer have life in your body. You're then dead.
No, I just don't get why it's important in this situation.
It's very important because if we're talking about rights and privileges, men have to work all the jobs that are the most dangerous and life-threatening jobs. And that's a fact. It is 100% fact. It's indisputable. Right or wrong?
No, because that's dumb. Because women can do those jobs as well, and women
can but don't. Can but don't. Of course, I'm sure there are some women who do it, but 99%, and this is a fact. You can't skew this type of fact. 99% of workplace deaths are men, and it's because men have to work in much more dangerous conditions than women do, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't argue and say that that's wrong because it's unfair to men. It's not unfair. I know that it's fair.
So because
women try what?
I just don't. Okay, I understand what you're saying, and I don't completely know if it's true or not because I don't have facts or statistics in front of me.
Look it up.
Okay, perhaps I will, but I don't understand how that's relevant compared to the pay gap. Because men work more jobs, like I don't get you're comparing it to the pay wage.
I'm comparing because here's what it is. It's a non sequitur almost. It's women say that, well, we get paid less to work the same jobs. That's not fair. But you never hear men going around saying, we always are the ones that have the dangerous jobs and we get injured and die at work. That's not fair. Right? Have you ever heard anyone say that?
But women who work those same exact jobs don't go around saying that either. It's not.
They don't work those jobs. That's the point. That's the point. You're making my point for me.
No,
the women don't work those jobs.
You're taking something out of context. It has nothing to do about gender.
But yours does.
Yes, because if I'm working the same,
so it only works
if I'm working that deadly job, if I'm working that deadly job with you, I should make the same amount of money, and I wouldn't be.
You would.
No.
But you won't get that job. You'll never work that job because you wouldn't do it. You understand? That's the point. But women.
Yeah, maybe I could do it. You don't know me. You don't.
I'm not saying you can't do it. You're not. You don't listen very well.
You don't listen very well either.
Yes, I do. I heard everything you said. You don't hear what I say.
I hear what you
listen again. Listen again. It's not that you can't do it. It's not that you might not be very good at it.
Yeah.
It's that you won't and don't do it. Statistically, women do not work these jobs because they can't do it on the same level.
You just said that it's not
on the same level statistically. The percentage of women who can do that job is much lower.
I don't know if I believe that because women could do those jobs.
Again, of course, some women can. The majority cannot.
I don't know if that's fair. Like, what example of jobs?
And regardless of can or can't, you don't. They don't.
Why though? Because of what society.
Because it's dangerous.
No, because of what we are told when we're younger. Like, look at the way movies are gendered, books, ads on TV. Women are from such a young age that they only should focus on their looks, focus on what they wear, focus on their hair.
Yeah, a lot of that's true. A lot of that is true, and it's wrong, and I agree with that.
Yeah, that's why
feminism is not necessary. That's not necessary. Yes, feminism never talks about that. It
tries to bridge the gap between the genders. It doesn't try to suppress men in any way, but it tries to spread the gap.
What it tries to do, it's a simple thing. I'm going to say this right now, and I know you're going to take it in the wrong way, and you're going to skew it as if I'm putting women down, but I'm not.
Okay.
So just listen to the words I use carefully.
For sure.
Men and women are not equal.
How?
Okay. They're different.
Yeah, I agree that they're different.
They're very different. Men are very good at certain things. Women are very good at different things. If you want to make everybody equal and the same, then all the uniqueness of women goes right out the window. Specialty and uniqueness are important. Women are unique and they are special in a different way than men are. And if you want to take that away and make everybody the same, which is what feminists want.
No, it's not making people the same. It's making the same equal opportunity, equal right.
You have equal opportunity to do things.
That's not true.
You have, let me finish. You have an equal opportunity to be very successful in things that come naturally to your specific skill set.
That's bullshit because I should be able to go and work in a steel mill if I want.
You are. Nobody's stopping you, but I don't see girls lining up to go do it. I wonder why.
Do you know why?
I wonder why
Girls aren't lining up to go do that because we tell them at a young age that they should be little princesses prancing around, and girls in
that's not why.
Girls in magazine ads, they go.
Do you know why girls don't line up to go work in a steel mill? The real reason?
Yeah, you tell me what.
The real reason is because when you go for a job application to work in that type of place, it says right on the application, applicant must be able to bend and lift 150 pounds or more. And most women can't do it. They're just built too slightly. They can't do the work.
I don't know.
Physically.
I don't know. 150 pounds, that's pretty universal, I feel. Most women can't. You know how
what?
I could lift 150 pounds. My sister could.
You can?
You know how many
and walk around with it?
Gain like 90 pounds when they have babies.
Listen,
I'm pretty sure we can do it.
Listen. I don't work that tough of a job. I work for a water company. All right? I'd love to see you come out and do some of the work I do. You'd be dead.
You're fat.
All right? You'd be crying because it's too physical. It's too demanding physically. And that's not a slight against women. It's just a fact. If you get injured, okay, in the same way that I do, okay, when I hit myself in the thumb with a hammer, I go, fuck, I scream, it hurts. But then I go, all right, and I continue. If you hit yourself in the finger with a hammer, you're going to the hospital.
How do you know?
Because your bones are not built as strongly as mine.
See, that's what's wrong.
Science.
That's what is wrong with this whole situation is because you don't know. And you keep saying these things and you keep putting those into people's brains, and men like you and even women do it too. They keep saying, oh, women can't do that. They'll go to the hospital if they get hit with a hammer. Oh, women can't do that because they can't pick up a cinder block. Meanwhile, I work landscape. I have been picking up cinder blocks day in and day out. Like, I don't know. I probably I don't.
And at your job,
to put those
at your
regulations
job,
on women.
at your job where you landscape, do you get paid the same as the guys?
I don't know. It's per. I haven't talked about it like that.
You know.
No, I don't.
Everybody gets paid the same. Come on.
I mean, do you think I would work a job where I didn't?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm a feminist, but there are women who can't even help it. Like, look at the TV shows we see on TV. We see like anatomy and all that, and like, oh yeah, women are very successful, and it looks like we are making it ahead, but that's not true. It's a post-feministic reality, and it's not real. Like,
what are you talking about?
No, like, okay, so there are not as many women doctors, right?
I don't know that statistic. Maybe not.
Yeah, there's not.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
So?
Because there should be.
It's bullshit. Maybe there wasn't enough qualified women. They just weren't good enough. Is that not possible?
No,
it's not possible.
There's that many more smarter men than women.
Who said smarter?
Well, more qualified.
Smart.
There's that many more qualified men than women.
Maybe. I don't know. You don't know either.
I don't know the exact statistic.
Right. So don't bring it up.
I mean, okay, dude, you're yelling out all these statistics. I'm pretty sure you don't know the exact.
My statistics are based in fact. 99%. Remember that one. Dead.
Where's the wage gap statistic? That's unreal. Why is it not real? Where'd you get it?
I work with women. Okay, I've worked with women who work the same jobs as me. They got paid the same as me. If you ask anyone anywhere, you could sue them legally if that were the case. You can make a face all you want. It's protected. It's a protected class. Gender is a protected class.
No, it's not. Okay, then
yes, it is.
Do you not think that
Look it up. Gender is a protected class in the United States of America. If you are
on paper, it could say that, which it doesn't all the time. Legally, it could say that, but does that mean it carries out through in the real world, life?
Yeah, it does. If you are discriminated against based on your gender, if you go to work and work the same job as me and get paid less because you are a female, and you can prove that it's because you are a female, you will win a court case, and let me tell you, you will win a lot of money. And it happens every day. And that's why the gender wage gap's a myth. Because it's not a fact.
It is.
No.
It's like
no, it isn't.
It's literally a fact. Like, I don't understand.
It's literally dismissible by law. Literally.
It can be by law, but that doesn't mean it's going to be.
If the woman is too dumb to realize that she's being discriminated against, it ain't my fault that she doesn't take them to court. It's not my fault. If it happened to me, if I went to work tomorrow and there was a new girl,
but isn't that also because you don't have to worry about that? You don't have to worry about that because you're a male.
Neither do you. No. That's so not true. If I went to work tomorrow and there was a new girl who worked the same position as me and they started her at a higher salary, I would be so happy because I'd be going to the penthouse. I'd be making big money because I'm going to take them to court, and it's not hard to do. So it's a myth. It's not true.
I don't agree.
Again, I have no prejudice against women. None.
Awesome.
And it's not a one's better than the other thing. I don't think that men are better.
I don't think so either.
We're just different.
I agree that we're different, but I think that we should have equal.
No, but you think that women are somehow oppressed through their whole lives and that men are just like they get this easy skate by life. And it's nonsense. Why do men die early?
I didn't even know men died early. I don't freaking know.
Well, just because you don't know doesn't mean it's not true.
Why do
men statistically die younger than women? It's because they have to go and slave their lives away, working hard at a job that's physically demanding most of the time because most people in this country aren't lucky enough to get a white-collar job. And that means you're probably not going to last as long as a woman who gets to work a nice, clean office job.
Well,
and that's
I'm saying that men and women should do those jobs equally.
But they never will.
Maybe
That's an
we're oppressed
ideological world
up
we live
until
in.
recently, so still we. I just don't get it. How do you think women are not oppressed? Like, I just don't get it.
Because they're not. It's not. It's not a thought. It's a fact.
I don't understand
Because
that.
how do you not understand it? Explain to
Like,
me
look
how
at.
you're oppressed.
Okay, so a pretty good example is women in the media. Look how we're portrayed.
How are you portrayed?
We're portrayed as such innocent, fragile little things that need to be saved by the hero. Look at the Disney movies. Every girl gets saved by a prince. That's bullshit.
Is it?
Yes, I can save my freaking self.
From what?
Whatever. I mean,
not whatever.
I'm using
don't listen.
Disney
Don't
movie as
don't
an example.
get cavalier with it because it's ridiculous.
No, look at all the.
Why is it not okay that women be the emotional, loving, nurturing types, and men be the strong, phically logical types? Why is that not okay?
It is okay, but it's not okay when it's portrayed that way every single time, and that's the only way women.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Tell me a movie where the woman is 100% the heroine. It has
G.I. Jane.
I don't know what that is, but does she have a skimpy little outfit? I bet she has a skimpy little outfit on the whole time.
No. What are you talking about?
Women are portrayed as sexual objects.
She has a buzz cut.
I don't know what that movie is, but I'm just saying.
I know you don't know anything about this subject, so you shouldn't have challenged me.
I do know about this subject. You're the one who has such a thick skull that they don't know anything.
I do have a thick skull.
Yeah, I can tell.
I know. And that's another reason why I get to work the tough physical jobs.
I work a tough physical job as well. I ran track in college for 4 years.
Like, what does track have to do with anything?
I've done a lot of physical activity. Like, it's not.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know why you have to go out and work your tough physical job. How do you know I'm not doing the same exact thing?
I know you're not.
How?
Because I'm looking at you.
What does that mean?
I can tell you couldn't do it.
How?
It's a simple
by my fucking face? How can you tell? That is thick in itself.
Okay. Listen. I'm not meaning to insult you.
I'm not insulted. I think it's pretty funny.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying to you that I think there's a major issue where women feel as though it's an insuperiority complex.
I think the major issue is when men like you have some weird problem with agreeing that there needs to be some sort of equality and there needs to be some sort of
No.
Yes.
I can't agree with it. Why should there be equality? We're not equal.
Oh my God, there should be equality.
We're different.
How?
We're different.
There wasn't even women's suffrage up until I don't know what year it was, the 40s or 60s, maybe even later.
When did I say I agreed with that?
No, I'm just saying but there has been a lot of inequality and we can't just catch up after years and years of oppression.
Sure you can.
Why not? Oppressed.
Why? Why are you still oppressed? If we gave you the same privileges that we have, which we did, how are you still oppressed? Explain it.
Because you can have it written down on paper. You can write down, these.
What do you mean written down on paper? You can go vote. Go vote. Nobody's stopping you.
Yeah, well, okay.
Okay, so you're not oppressed in that way. So give me another example
Why,
before you start losing this one. What?
Why is this the only female candidate we have had?
What are you talking about? Because she's the only one that decided to run.
Really? Really? You think there's only been one female who wanted to run?
No, the other females tried to run and nobody voted for them because they liked them. Because they didn't have a good point.
Because look at Trump. He's saying, she's on her period. She can't freaking...
Yeah, well, Trump's an invalid. He's a moron too.
Yeah, I agree with that, obviously.
Okay.
But I'm saying that's what a lot of people think. We get
right. Well, a lot of people listen. We
get oppressed because of the way. We have our periods. We're emotional.
You are
girly. No, not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
Men are also emotional as well.
I'm not. Oh my goodness, you just don't get it. Of course, there is some crossover. Women are right-brained. Men are left-brained.
You can't
True or false?
Like that.
What?
You can't. It's not so clear cut like that. I'm sorry.
Yes, it is. It is.
Not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I don't see how.
You again, that's not, that doesn't mean anything. Just because you don't see how doesn't mean it's not true.
Just
It's a
because you
fact.
we are in
What?
a circle.
No, this is not a circle.
Oh no. Like it just blows my mind how people take the word feminism and they freak out. Like
Because it's wrong. It's a bad
it's not
idea.
even it's not even the gender.
It's
It's
a
like
bad idea. It's a bad idea.
I don't
It's
understand how equality of all genders, sexes, like
because we're not equal. It's a simple thing. We're not equal.
if we're
We're
not,
different.
who's better? Because that means that one must be better than.
No, 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 no. Different does not mean better or worse. Just different.
Yeah, you can have different things but still be equal and have the same opportunities.
Well, then by that logic, we are, and we do.
You are what?
We're equal and we have the same opportunities in different fields and in different ways.
I
Because
don't
we're very different. Yes, we do.
don't
Yes, we
agree.
do. We do. We always do. We have for quite some time now. There's nothing stopping you from doing whatever you want to do, just as if there's nothing stopping me. Nothing. If you want it bad enough and you are skilled enough, then you will do it.
It's not even just like the like actual like written down on paper laws. It's if you look at how we as how women are represented and how women are thought about versus how men are represented and thought about. It's not
Explain to me how are you represented and thought about, and how am I represented and
I've
thought
said
about?
it many times. You even called it. You even said it. I'm women are emotional and frail and dainty. They can't
It's not.
themselves. They need to be saved. While men are always the heroes. They know how to finish everything. Like blah blah blah. Look at all the books and movies. Like seriously. Look at what we show younger
Do you
children.
ever think that maybe those books and movies and stories that get passed down from time to time, they had some rooting in fact and
No,
stuff that actually
no,
happened?
not.
No.
It's because they have they're from the past. We haven't let go of the past. We're still oppressed. So these things are still oppressing us.
I'm impressed.
Oppressing you how?
Because when I grow up and I'm only watching movies and seeing these women, I'm not.
But wait. You grew up seeing all this, correct?
Yes.
Then how did you become a feminist?
Because I looked.
You're not retarded, right?
Fuck.
Because you're somewhat of a free thinker and you thought outside what you saw and you formed your own opinion, correct?
But before this happened, a lot of women have a lot of identity problems and a lot of eating disorders because of how we are perceived and represented.
That's not why. It's not why. Men don't have problems.
Oh, I never said that. I know men have problems, and I think that feminists try to bring those up as well.
No, they don't. No, they
do.
don't. No, they don't.
How?
Because you don't.
Do you know muscle dysmorphia? I did a whole research process.
Yes, I know about muscle dysmorphia. That's wonderful. Listen to me.
I did a whole research project focusing on males alone. So how the fuck do I not like focus on men? Like you just think that you know what feminists are, but you don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
No, you don't. I'm sorry.
I do. Yes. It's a very look at me part of the culture.
No, it's not a very look at me part of the culture. How?
Because you say a lot of things that aren't true, and you shift the focus from everyone being in it together to more division.
That's people who don't understand feminism. That's people who don't understand the concept. Go look up at the definition of feminism.
I don't care what the definition says. It's how
you don't understand it. You're not understanding it.
No, but people don't use it by the definition. They don't go
people
around.
Don't use it by the definition. Don't understand it. That's the whole point. Thank you.
Okay, well, if that's your point, that's fine. But I'm sure you're guilty of some of the same practices as people who also don't use the word correctly.
We're all guilty of everything, but I'm sitting here trying.
We're all guilty of everything? No, I'm not guilty of everything. That's for sure. And I have one more. I'll close the debate with one more question for you. A very big thing in feminist culture now is what? There's a word and then culture. They say there's this very big what culture towards women.
Rape culture?
Rape culture, correct. Now, do you believe in rape culture? You do, huh? Well, I have a little statistic to drop on you, and it's going to really make your head hurt. But men are more frequently raped than women in these United States of America.
I've never said that rape culture is only, but feminism does not believe that it's only women.
But that's all you talk about.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yes.
You're only looking at
far more.
You're only looking
far
at
more men.
You're only looking at the front line of it. You don't get deeper. You don't look at it in a deeper level. You look at feminism and you see it as a dirty word, and then you're scared of it. You won't dive into it.
It is a dirty word. Far more men are raped than women.
By who? Men?
Yeah, by men.
Exactly.
Oh, exactly. So here we go again. Those evil men. They even fuck themselves.
Evil men.
Fuck ourselves,
no,
men.
No, it's men saying. It's saying
listen.
Men are the strong people. Okay, sorry, I was like reading the comment. No, we're perpetuating the rape culture by saying that men rape because they're boys being boys, and that it's the girls' fault for what they.
Nobody says that.
Have you been looking in at the news at the what?
No, I don't watch the dopey news.
What is the?
Nobody says that. No person walking on the street would say that. That's an ignorant, ridiculous thing, and nobody says it. It's just make believe. Nobody says that.
What school is that dude from? The swimmer that's
He's from Stanford.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did you read the letter that his father wrote?
Yeah, his father's an invalid. He's a moron.
Look at him.
But those people, regardless of what they say, shouldn't be listened to or even considered.
But
so it's meaningless.
No, it is.
It's not contributing to any. Listen. It's not contributing to any thinking person's quote unquote culture. If you have a brain in your head, you know things like that get said and they go in one ear and out the other. And a culture, quote unquote, is a gathering of people who bring together their ideas and use it to form many different things. But rape cannot be a culture. Rape is not cultured. It has nothing to do with culture. The statement or the phrase rape culture is a ridiculous falsehood, and it doesn't
exist. But you're focusing too much on the actual word of it, okay? Maybe culture is...
Well, that's what it is. They should have named it better.
Okay, well, what are you saying?
I'm saying that there is no such thing as rape culture.
Okay.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. If it did, then it wouldn't be frowned upon to do it.
That there's no college rape culture. And maybe it's not just female rape culture. Maybe it's not just females being raped, but there is a college rape culture. Look at
No, there isn't.
Do you know how many people are raped on a college campus a year?
Yes, but I also know what they define as a rape, and a lot of it is very unfair. Very unfair.
1 out of 100 rapes, what are they called? Said only one of them is fake. So I don't know.
No, that's not true. That is totally false.
Okay.
That's so false. Way more of them are fake, but that's a different argument for a different day. The point is,
I'm saying there is a culture. There definitely is. And I think it has to do more with the alcohol binge drinking college campuses, rather than focusing on women and feminism. But there is a culture of rape. There is. How most rapes happen at college parties?
Not true. Most rapes happen in prison.
Okay.
To men. And again, they've redefined what a rape is. Anytime a woman and a man are both drunk, if they have sex and then the woman claims she was raped after the fact, that's a rape. Now,
males can claim it too.
No, they can't.
What?
Nope.
Where's it say they can't?
It doesn't say it anywhere.
Well, then it's not true. Invalid.
It's not true. No. It's not that it's not true. It's that if me and my girlfriend didn't know each other and we were drunk together and we had sex, okay? And then I came the next day and went down to the police station and said, listen, me and this girl were drunk and we had sex and I feel that she raped me. Do you know what would happen?
What?
I would get laughed out of the room.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I'm not debating that. I think that what I believe is that...
Yeah, you are debating that. You just said that's not true. You just said that I couldn't claim the same thing.
You can't. No, I'm saying you can on paper. But like you said, it's not...
No, you can't in practice. That was in practice, not paper. The police station's not on paper; it's in real life.
Legally, you would be able to claim that, right?
Right, and legally, they would laugh me out of the room. But if you did the same thing, if my girlfriend did the same thing in the same situation, I'd be in a lot of trouble. I'd have to defend myself legally, or I'd go to jail and then get raped.
Yeah, no, there's a very good chance that. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not against that at all. I also agree with that. I believe that when men say that they were raped, people don't take it as seriously. I 100% agree with that. And I think as a feminist, I believe that we shouldn't think that way. We should think equally. We should think across genders.
If it's true and most feminists think that way, and that's really true, which I don't think it is, then you should promote it. Then, well, I don't believe it because I don't ever hear that part of it promoted. I only hear men are pigs, women are best.
Like I said, because you just look at the word feminism and you're afraid of it. You don't actually
I'm not
see
afraid
what's happening.
If I was afraid of it, I wouldn't have put the word out there in my position. I'm definitely not afraid of it. And again, I don't believe that women are any lesser than men. I just think we're different and that we are good at different things, and that's all. And I appreciate you talking to me about it. You made some good points, but I just don't think we'll ever see eye to eye on it. So
I agree as well, and I'm pretty sure that this app is what that's kind of for. It's very hard to change somebody's opinion.
Yeah, it is. It's hard, but it's a good app. I like it. So
it's interesting.
It is. All right. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Goodbye.